Aaron, how you doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Good. What have you observed in Sean McVay this year compared to last time, first time in the Super Bowl? Just areas of growth, maybe, and as a leader, for you guys.
As far as preparing, I can see like I've been saying about how being in this situation the second time, everybody a little bit more prepared, understanding how to go about things, and obviously he's a great coach. He's getting us ready. He's a genius when it comes to talking ball with him. So I would just say, just he going about it just like another, like every other week. Just getting us ready, preparing us, and we out there flying around. And it been some strong practicing we've been having. Just got done with practice. It looked good. Guys is flying around. Guys is hungry. So
What is the key to being calm and kind of treating it just like any other time instead of building up so big in your head? And did you guys do that last time? And did you learn from that?
yeah, I would say that happened last time, but it's just football. I know it's the Super Bowl. It's the biggest game of our career, but at the end of the day, it comes down to it's football. It's the same thing we've been doing all of our lives. The same thing we've been doing all year. Preparing the same way like you do every other week. Keeping to your same regimen. Definitely having a Super Bowl back at home. It's been easy to do that. So just taking like every other week, but still at the same time staying locked in. Guys knowing what we got to do. It's the last game of the season. You win this, you're a world champion, and you got all the time in the world after that to celebrate it and enjoy it. So just let everything hang out and keep focused on what we're trying to accomplish right now. So
Thanks.
no, you good. Come on, man. You good.
I'm gonna mess you up.
No, it's
I
all
think I
right.
come in here too. This linebacker one, right?
Yeah. You're talking to y'all. Get up, walk away.
All right, next we have Jake.
Hi, Aaron. Jake Pachito from Back Sports Page. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Um, my question for you is there anything that you learned from your first Super Bowl experience that you're going to apply to this game, whether it was a certain routine or something?
I would just say it's more, like I said in the last thing, just being more prepared, understanding that it come down to it's just football. Don't make everything bigger than what it is. Stand on my same regimen as far as the things I do off the field to my film studies to practicing things like that. So understanding that it's the Super Bowl, understanding it's the biggest game of my career. But at the end of the day, it's still football. So preparing and being ready, just like I did any other week, to be able to perform. So something that I felt like the first time we was in the Super Bowl, I felt like I wasn't able to do, stay on my regimen. It was like if someone's getting pulled this way, that way, but being home this time and this time around, I feel like I'm able to stay on that and stay focused on what I'm trying to focus on. If that's from film study to or doing that's the stuff to take care of my body and keep myself ready for this week. So that's definitely a big change. So.
Second, what have you noticed about the Rams fan base since moving to LA, since you've kind of had both of being in St. Louis and also in LA?
I've been great, man. You could definitely see how it grew. I think the fans support us a lot. Definitely this season in SoFi Stadium been rocking. They've been loud for us. You can feel the energy. Fans definitely pick you up when you need them to be. So I think the fans have been great for us, man. They play a huge part of why we're here now. So hopefully they're there. They're SoFi, this week packed, making a lot of noise for us. So it's been great, definitely enjoying this experience on this ride this year with the fan base. Been great. So we're not just doing this for us, we're doing this for the whole city. So they're part of it.
And my last question, growing up as a kid, was there a Super Bowl that you particularly watched that you really enjoyed and can really remember everything about?
I grew up a Pittsburgh guy, so I always cheered for the Steelers. I remember a lot of Super Bowls, but the one that popped in my head right away was when the Steelers played, Arizona. All I remember is Big Ben making that play in the end zone, in the quarter of the end zone to Holmes. He toe tapped it, got the touchdown. So plays like that, definitely I remember, being, young at my family's house, we celebrating and we yelling, hands are sweaty, feet sweaty, like I'm out there playing. So I definitely remember them times just watching the Super Bowl.
Okay, thank you, Aaron.
Yeah.
Just a PSA to the attendees, if you want to ask a question, you have to raise your hand. Otherwise, I won't choose anyone. Next person we have Jake Malley.
Hey, Aaron, how you doing?
Doing great. How about you?
Good. Glad to speak to you again. Just how are you mentally preparing for this weekend? I know you've been in this situation before, so I think you have a little bit of an insight as to how you prepare. So what have you been doing this week to get yourself extra ready, I guess?
Oh, well, we got 2 weeks. This is the second week we got to prepare from, as far as just getting ready for them, as far as my film studies. So I feel like I was able to break these guys down to a T. Started last week, and then I feel like more of this week is just bonus film I'm able to do. So when you come to that, it's been great. But being home, being in LA, kind of standing my normal week schedule as far as what I do every single day to get myself ready for a Sunday game, as far as that's off the field things to my film studies to the way I just go about being able to practice and do things, being back at where I live at. So I feel like it's been great. So.
All right, it's 4:15, guys, and AD will be done at 4:20. So if you have a question, now's the time to raise your hand.
Aaron, I guess nobody else is here, so I'll ask you another question.
Okay.
I guess it's just you and I for now. I think other people in other rooms. So, if you're able to win this, what are you going to do? What is your what's your celebration plan? I guess.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna be in the moment. I'm gonna enjoy it. My family's gonna be out here. My kids is with me, so I'm definitely gonna enjoy that experience with them. Then you got your teammates, your coaches. You got to enjoy the experience with them as well. So I don't know. I'm just gonna live in the moment, and whatever happen after that, I'm just gonna enjoy myself, and like I said, just be in the moment. So.
Hey, Aaron, it's Jake from Back Sports Page again. Seeing the Bucks win at home last year, is there any extra motivation or extra pressure for you guys to bring that home for the city of LA?
It's no pressure. Obviously, we work to put ourselves in this position to be in the Super Bowl. It's just a plus to have the opportunity to be playing in our own stadium at home. So it definitely would mean, a little bit more to have opportunity to win a Super Bowl at home. So, obviously that's the goal. That's what you work for. This is what we've been working for. So we're in a great position now. We just got to finish it off. Found a way to play 4 quarters. Trying to come out victorious. So we do that. We'll be happy, and we'll, get to enjoy this moment, not with just each other and with our families, but with the fan base as well. Being back at home. So. That's it.
Thank you. And my final question, coming to LA, is there a special restaurant that you have picked out in mind for, post-game meals that you go to, kind of like a ritual thing, as you had said earlier about keeping routine, like place you'll go to eat before games, or will you just stay at home and kind of do a own home cooked meal since you're able to stay home?
Yeah, I usually do home cooked meals. I ain't a big go out guy, but when I typically do go out, I'm a nice guys and a Delilah's type of guy. So when I do, but that's more when we got some free time and if we go out as a D line, that's the spots we typically go to. But I'm usually wife's cooking or the chef's cooking. So
Stu
Okay,
Jackson.
thank you.
yep.
Stu.
Thank you. Hey, Aaron, what have you seen out of Ashawn Robinson in the playoffs? How has he really shown up and impacted you guys, not just along the defensive line, but on the defense as a whole?
Oh, Ashawn been playing lights out. I definitely think he came into himself this year. He's been dominant, been making a lot of plays, stuff in the run game. Last few games, been putting a lot of pressure on quarterbacks as well in the pass game. So, to see him last year to where he's at now, it's like night and day. When Ashawn's out there, you playing with a guy like that, man, it just make you that much more comfortable, because he gonna make plays. The ball go to him, he gonna shut the thing down on one side, and then you got great gains in the middle. So it been good to have him, man, and watch his growth from, like I said, from last year to this year, and see his production and the way he go about, playing, the energy he play with, his physical mindset. I love playing with Ashawn, so it been great, and then when he out there making plays, he get us all amped up. So, we feed off each other. So that's good. When he's making plays, we making plays, and everybody feeding off each other. And then, we typically have a lot of success when we play like that.
Stacey Dales.
Aaron, congratulations. I guess I have two questions for you. Stacey Dales, NFL Network. Joe Burrow's been sacked, including the playoffs, 63 times, Aaron. I mean, what are those conversations like for y'all in your meetings as it pertains to that offensive line and the pressure that he's been, taking all year long, even through the playoffs?
Well, you see it, but at the end of the day, every week's a new week. Every game's a different game. So, that's pass game. We still got to go out there, compete, perform, and do what we got to do to, make our plays or put the pressure on or make the sack. So I'm pretty sure them guys are going to be ready. It's a Super Bowl, so obviously we're going to be ready as well. So we're ready to play. Obviously the pass is the pass. We know what we're going against. We had the opportunity for 2 weeks to study these guys and, get a good feel for what we need to do to, trying to have success as far as, the defensive line front, to have success to put pressure on the quarterback. So we got to still go out there perform. And I think, with the guys we got, the way everybody been flying around in practice, everybody's mindset, how guys been locked in. I'm ready. I'm excited to see, us go out there come Sunday and compete. So.
Love it. Just quickly, obviously you're dominant inside, you're dominant outside. They could probably put you in the secondary and you'd do something great. What has the ability, just from your perspective, Vaughn comes in and now you get singled up, one-on-ones, right? How has that one player alone affected your lines and your front's ability to get those one-on-ones?
Well, you add another great piece to the puzzle. I think we already had a solid group, and then you just add a guy like Von Miller. Obviously, it's going to be all smiles because, if anything, it take a triple team off me. Obviously, at times I'm still going to get the slide protection, so I'm going to get the guard in the center. But as far as that tackle choking down and then trying to block out, they got to jump out wide right away when you got a speed guy like Vaughn coming off the edge, and you got Flo on the opposite side on the edge, and you got a great game that's in the middle that's having success rushing the passer too. So it definitely been good. It's been fun playing with him because he understand the game. Playing with him, understanding how to play off each other, been good. So he's definitely a huge piece to the puzzle, and bringing him to the mix definitely helped us to get to where we at today. So it's been great.
Sweet, thanks.
Yep.
Jordan Rodriguez.
Hey, Aaron, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Wanted to ask you about Nick Scott, and he, I think, is representative of a lot of guys who are really stepping up into the postseason. And I know you can't necessarily see what's happening that he's doing as you're playing, but as you go back and watch, what has stood out to you about how he sort of stepped into this moment?
Oh, he been playing great, and I see it when we out there live. I'm seeing what he's doing. He's coming up making big hits. He's coming up making plays on the ball, picking the ball off. So he's making huge plays for us to obviously to be in the position we in now. You know, he played a huge part of that. So he stepped up to the plate, man, and you know, he's been playing great, been playing lights out. He's a physical guy. He'll come up and hit you, and at the same time, he's a ball hawk at times. So you know, it been good, man. I think we got a lot of great, you know, defensive players that stepped up big for us this year, making great names for themselves, and we gonna continue to do that. One more game, leave it all out there, keep flying around. But Nick Scott been playing great. You know, I truly, you know, everybody see that if you watching film and if you're watching a game, you'll see him pop up all the time. So it been great.
Thanks, Aaron.
Yep.
Gary Klein.
Two questions. Playing at home, practicing at home, being able to do this and get another shot at a Super Bowl, is this kind of the perfect scenario for you and the Rams, do you think?
Yeah, I think it is. I think we destined to do some great. We was destined to do some great things this year. Obviously, we did what we needed to do to get to this point, and have an opportunity to be in another Super Bowl, but this time at home in our own home stadium, practicing in our own facilities, and be able to stay at our own homes and our own beds, be with our own families. It's been great, man. It's definitely keep the stress level down, and you just feel comfortable, man. You just are locked in a different way. You know, it's just like I said, it's just like getting ready for any other week, just like any other Sunday, you know. So it just happened to be a Super Bowl and the biggest game of our lives, but it's still football at the end of the day. So it's been great. It truly have been, man. And you know, we blessed to be at this point, but one last game to, you know, let everything hang out and find a way to, you know, come away to win, because, you know, whoever win this game is gonna be a world champion. So that's the ultimate goal. That's what we work for. That's what we train for, to be in to have opportunity to play in a big game like this. So you couldn't write it no better.
And then I know we've talked a lot about, you know, Von Miller and the addition, but quietly kind of over on the other side, Leonard Floyd has had another, you know, great year. So what's it been like playing with him, and what do you think he brings to the table?
Oh, it's been great. You know, every time, you know, you bring Vaughn's name up, you got to bring Flo's name up. You know, and I typically, somebody asks me about Vaughn, I feel like I got to bring Flo's name up because the type of player he is. You know, he's a big guy, a strong guy, but at the same time, he got technique to beat a guy on the edge quick. So he's been playing great, man. He's physical. You know, I love, you know, able to play with Vaughn, and then, you know, play with Flo as well, switching sides. So it's been great, man. He's a big time playmaker for us. He make a lot of big plays for us. Again, another guy that played a huge part in the reason why we're here today. So, you know, I grew to build a real brotherhood with Flo. My second year with him. My second year getting an opportunity to play with him, so we play with each other great. We understand how to play off each other great. So it's been fun. It really been fun playing with Flo, and then, like I said, adding Vaughn to the mix been great. And then you got a guy like Greg Gaines that stepped up big for us this year. But it's been fun playing with him. You know, it's guys that understand the game, guys that, you know, quick, strong, physical, and at the same time can play the run, can rush the passer. And it's like, you know, when you got guys around you like that. You just that much more comfortable when you're out there. You know, you trust that at any time anybody can make the big play. You know, so.
Thank you.
Katie Baker.
Hi there. I was wondering if you could just reflect on the 2014 draft class that you're part of. Such a stacked class, and then also, you know, Odell and you went back to back, and I'm just curious if you kind of keep an eye on those guys from that year a little bit more at all, and also just what you remember about your team, your now teammate Odell from that night.
From the draft night?
Yeah, or just from like, being kind of prospects at the same time. I don't know if you guys ever.
Oh well, we actually trained together, getting ready for the the combine and everything out of Arizona at EXO. So, we kind of met out there, and to see him obviously drafted was great, but having him added to the mix with us been great as well. The more playmakers we can get, the better. Again, a guy that been playing lights out, and a huge part of why we're here is because of him. So, they've been good. But as far as I tried if we playing against a guy from watching film to a guy that that I know came in the same year I came in. I try to keep an eye on them, see how they doing. But the life of the business, guys get moved around and all over the place. So
Thanks so much.
yeah.